What comes to mind when I say Australia? We've discovered something unexpected: the mountains. Get ready for a drastic change of scenery. And breaking news, yes, it actually gets cold here. We're diving into a new climate with hundreds of kilometers of logging tracks that look more like Sweden than the Outback. A paradise for our Land Rover. Or should I say, a Land Rover Heaven. Yes, because this journey through the mountains also leads us to Australia's biggest Defender collection. Join us as we explore a different side of Australia. We are Nick and Mathilde, and we've left everything behind to travel the 7 continents with our Land Rover Defender, the Albatross.
Europe, North America, South America, Antarctica, Australia, Asia, and Africa. A world tour for real. We want to see it all.
This is day 918 and we are in the Blue Mountains of Australia.
This is the next Meridian expedition. Good morning, Australia and the rest of the world.
Yesterday we had our meetup in Sydney.
Thanks a lot everyone who came to the meetup. Thank you, Sydney, we love you. We're ready to go through the mountain range for the next 2 weeks. It'll be tracks, off-road, river crossings, just all the stuff we love. And all the way till Melbourne.
A part of Australia we've not seen yet. Let's go!
Over the next 2 weeks, we're making our way from Sydney to Melbourne. In this episode, we dive into the Blue Mountains and tackle the first section of the trip to Canberra, the capital city. Leaving behind Sydney and the coast, we head for higher elevations. The first big change? The roads. Goodbye long straightaways. Hello winding mountain passes. We're officially entering the mountain range. Welcome to the Blue Mountains National Park. Can you hear this sound? It's like cicadas or crickets being extremely loud.
As we reach the Blue Mountains, the rain threatens, so we waste no time and hit the trails immediately. With the deafening noise of cicadas as our backdrop, we're treated to some thrilling hikes. I found a hanging rock!
Yep. We have to jump to get onto it. That is cool.
That is scary.
Not for anyone with a fear of heights.
A small step for man, a big step for humanity.
With dark clouds closing in, it's time to pack up and leave the cliff edges. After so much time in the west and north, we'd almost forgotten about thunder and rain. Our goal: get camp set up before the thunder.
Nick found us a very cool campsite. a view right on the canyon. We can see the rain coming in front. Whoa! It's raining! Raining, raining!
Okay.
How are we enjoying our new climate?
The rain is a little cold, but the altitudes and forests and hikes, that's good.
When is the last time we were that cold?
Honestly, South America.
Ushuaia, huh?
Yeah, South America last time. So now tonight we're making pasta, and then we're gonna get all warm because it is cold.
Are we making all of these pasta?
Just one of them. Maybe this one. There we go. Or this one.
People will think all of our cabinet is full of pasta.
It mostly is. Pasta pesto, TV show, and the diesel heater doing its magic. Hey Mathilde. That's Mathilde when she's upset that she has to do the dishes. Huh? The rule is whoever cooks doesn't do the dishes, and it's pretty cold outside, so Mathilde is like, I gotta do the dishes. Okay. Mathilde! All right, good to go. Day 2 in the Blue Mountain Range. And it rained so much that I don't think we'll go hiking today because everything's slippery and wet and muddy and we only have one pair of shoes and it doesn't make much sense. But someone last night told us about a 4-wheel drive track. So I guess we're gonna do that today. And then tomorrow we'll go somewhere else. Alrighty, you ready, Mathilde?
I'm ready!
Let's get the heated seats on. Let's go!
I'm learning with you that we're going to do a track. Cool. These trails are always unpredictable. We have a starting point and a rough destination, and then Nick just draws a line between them. And off we go, hoping for the best.
Logging roads are pretty fun. We've been changing scenery quite often, going through the pine woods and then eucalyptus and then through the farms and then seeing tons of kangaroos, and we saw a lot of sheep, and it's just changing all the time, and it really doesn't feel like the Australia we've been through. Mystique had a good flight.
Yeah. It's funny because the images look like images we've done in Finland, I think. Sweden, countries like that. So I don't feel I'm in Australia. The only thing that gives it away that you're in Australia is in front of the houses sometimes you have a caravan parked. That's very Australian. And obviously the kangaroos crossing in front of the car every so often. And today an echidna, this little porcupine looking thing. So these are details giving it away, otherwise could be Sweden. The big advantage of those sidetracks is the wildlife. In one day we spotted escaping goats, a snake, an echidna.
He's trying to dig his hole so that only the spikes stick out and he feels protected. We're not gonna bother you, little buddy.
A quirky lizard, and a surprising turtle. Let's get it out of the road, poor thing. Is it alive?
Oh, look at him. Looks like a snake's eyes.
Oh, Shushu, so scared. You should not stay on the road, darling.
Wow. Now all the cows are like, come on, drop the turtle.
Drop the turtle, they say. They're all coming down.
Drop the turtle. Il a trop peur, il en mode non.
You know, it's the second turtle you save on this journey?
No, the first one was where?
Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Mais du coup, oui, je suis restée 8 mois en Thaïlande.
Nick, you just saved the turtle!
I did!
An authentic local safari, you may say. We take advantage of a calm moment between the rains to head out on an unusual hike, to see a worm. But not just any worm.
See? Light on.
Light up!
Insane. It's like a museum.
The glowworm is like, stop spotting light on myself. See the little pearls that are coming down its body?
Yep.
It's actually the snares to get the insects trapped and to eat them. He attracts them with the light. Oh, he's moving! And then glues them with the snare.
A little farther down the road, we stopped to meet Elaine and Barry, who own a very special Australian cousin of the Defender, known as the Perenti. Look how cool this car is. Military from the year 88. And it's all open canvas. They sleep on the roof. Very different to Albo in terms of setup, but everything else is the same.
So perenti is the tender name they put out for when the military was putting out the tender. And so Jeep, Land Rover, and Mercedes. And perenti is named after the perenti lizard, which is survives in the desert, it's hardy and travels overland. So that's where it gets its name from. And of course, it's an Australian variant on the Land Rover, so it's become known as the perenti. I'm probably making this stuff up as I go, but
What cracks me up is those little, how do you call them?
Clamps.
The clamps.
They come in. So, and my pegs when we
And
wash.
the pegs, yeah.
See ya!
doing cameras.
Today we're gonna go to, hopefully if we can make it to somebody that owns, I don't know, he's got like 50 plus Land Rovers, and he kind of stores them all in a warehouse as if it was a museum. He's got Land Rovers from famous travelers as well. After miles of fields dotted with sheep and cows, we reach our destination, a truly unique place in the middle of nowhere. So we found David from Land Rover Heaven, and he came to get us with one of his old series. This is cool. I'm actually excited to check out his warehouse full of Defenders and series. So we're following him.
Land Rover Heaven.
Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
I wonder if he pulled them out because we were coming. Probably not.
No, that would be so much work.
Yeah, no.
But I can't imagine that you would let them out all the time, no? But if you need any part, I think it's the place to be.
Yeah. Wow.
Whoa. This place is absolutely fascinating. Look, there's series and Defenders until the eye can see. There's rows and rows and rows. Not only in that direction too. In this direction. In this direction. And beyond. And beyond. And beyond. And beyond. So the business is that he puts back series together, and here are all the spare parts. It's so well organized for a workshop. Look at that. Almost judged by color.
So you got the lights behind the grill.
Yep.
Is anywhere from 1948
Yeah.
up to 1950.
Okay.
And then you see little things like, see how this is what's called a fishplate chassis. So see how the chassis comes out and holds onto the bumper.
Yep.
So that means that it's anywhere from 1948 to 1949.
Okay.
And then later on, so it looks exactly the same, still lights behind the grill,
Yep.
but then the bumper goes this way, and then that means it's in 1950.
That's a bit. Yeah.
The springs are very narrow on this one,
True.
and very narrow on this, and then you got the lights through. So that means just, you can look at that and go, that's a 1950.
So why would that one be 1950, but it's behind the grill?
Yeah, just transitions about halfway through. They change.
In
from
50,
that.
that's when they did.
So it's it's good to trace its history, and a lot of it's very original.
Ready to go. This is back in 1957, I think it was.
Okay.
So yeah, this is them. All
That
packed
that
up.
top left picture is so beautiful.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you imagine with all these old school buttons and?
Yeah, it's
Is
very
it the 60s?
1957 or 1958, I think it was. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So to do that journey back then was incredible, and they had the sand ladders made on the back, which are like the tracks that they have now.
So that's a Max Track version 60.
The very first. Yeah. And she says in the story they paid £10. I think it was £10 they paid for it, and she was really upset with George for paying that much money. But the amount of times they used it was incredible to get out of the sand.
All right, driving. What is this? A Series 1 or a Series 2?
Series 1, 1953.
1953 Series 1. It looks like it's brand new out of the store. Go, it's like a toy.
It's not very big, yeah.
Wow. The tires are so thin on this thing.
Yeah. Back, and you can always fix the front.
But even with the sign.
So we thought this would be a museum. When we got here, we met David, who brought us into his shed, into his backyard with all the Series 1, 2, and 3 Land Rovers you have. But it's not a museum. Well, kind of, but what is it exactly?
So we're kind of the in-between guy. So if you're looking for a Land Rover, we find the Land Rover that suits you best. And generally we'll sell that to you as a project, and you can take on that project yourself, or we'll find someone who's willing to take on that project for you and get it to whatever standard you like.
Yeah. So you've got the Land Rovers series from the year 48 all the way until?
All the way up until even Defenders, yeah.
Even Defenders, you've got all types.
But the best advertising is to park outside a pub with a truck or a Land Rover on the back, and you go inside and sure enough someone knows someone, or someone has a Land Rover.
That's got it somewhere in the back shed from 20, 30 years ago, just rusting away,
Just
waiting
there
for someone to drive it.
Yeah, and you give it a new life, and the truck can travel the world.
So the place is called Land Rover Heaven, and you definitely understand why when you get here.
No problem.
Hey, it was awesome meeting you.
Yeah, it's good to meet you too.
Thanks for having us, and maybe we'll see you again.
Yeah, I'm sure. Maybe when we come to France to visit you.
Oh yeah, 100%. Cool.
See you later.
Bye, Dave!
Bye, David.
And we're exiting in between a row of
beautiful series. They're all nicer one than the other, no?
One nicer than the other, and so many options of Defenders and Land Rovers and series.
Look at them,
Yeah.
Okay, where are we heading now?
Alright, now we go to the capital of Australia, which is Canberra.
Which is Melbourne!
Yay!
Sydney! No.
And we're gonna go check out quickly what there is to see, but I don't think we'll spend much time. And then tonight we're sleeping at our Patreon's place, who lives in Canberra. His name is Ken. And yeah, and then tomorrow we head into the mountains, off-road until Melbourne, the whole way. A few hours later, we roll into Canberra. It's funny, it's Australia's compromised capital, built halfway between Sydney and Melbourne to settle the dispute over where the capital should be. Canberra means meeting place in the local Aboriginal language. We spent 2 days in the city meeting up with our Patreon, Ken and Jody. Thanks for the warm welcome, guys.
Bye, Ken! So...
Up next, we're heading for the rugged 4x4 tracks of Victoria's high country and Australia's highest mountain. It's a side of Australia you may not expect. We weren't ready, so you get ready.
I'm just quietly editing my video on the side, and next thing I know, Dave and Nick are under the Defender. That is a classic. When two Defender owners meet each other, they go under the car. It's a fascinating species.
I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that. No, 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 no. Yeah. All of my friends say